Okay, my name is Tom Pinkham. I'm a vice chairman of the Cheshire Republican Town Committee, so naturally I chose politics, good or bad. We got a list of everybody who was in there, and we came up with 3 things that are really important to do between this Saturday and next Saturday. Number 1 being, the legislative task force is coming out with their points that they're going to pass to the leadership, the majority and minority parties for review for bills. We are going to get that out to everybody who's on an email list to make sure that they see what the points are and they can actually address them with their state reps and state senators. We didn't have an agenda till the end, so I kind of started on a little bit of a different tact. As a member of a local town committee, it's starting to become very apparent that that message about the Second Amendment isn't coming, it's going to the top, but it's not coming to the bottom. So I suggest that everybody find out when your local town committee meets. Most times in almost every town, you're going to get the elected officials in the room. A lot of times you'll get a state rep who will come. A lot of times you'll get a state senator who will come. And you have an opportunity to look at your local elected leaders and talk to them about the Second Amendment. A lot of people aren't as well versed as we'd all hope, as most of you people understand. You go to a local Republican town committee, and as we did on Thursday, and somebody actually said to me, who's on our committee, who's been on it for years, said, "What are you talking about? They're not coming to take your guns." After my head stopped spinning around like a dreidel on my shoulders, I said, "What? You don't know what's going on." 35 emails later, she said, "Stop emailing me, my mailbox is full." Okay? Look your local leaders in the eye and say, "You took an oath." Okay? Defend the Constitution of Connecticut, which in the Second Amendment language almost mirrors exactly to the Constitution of the United States. These people took an oath to defend the Constitution, and they should be called out on it. This should be pointed out that their rights are being taken away. Our rights are about to be taken away from us. And that message, okay, I'm not sure if everybody understands the hierarchy of how the Republican Party works in Connecticut. And I only speak for the Republican side because I've been involved for that long. There's a thing called State Central, okay? I don't know if anybody knows what State Central is, but other than being one of the most useless organizations in the Republican Party, there are 2 people per senatorial district who are what they call the hierarchy of the Republican Party. They work with the chairman and how everything goes on in the state. If you've heard the Connecticut state chairman, he has danced as good as someone on Dancing with the Stars around this issue. So the important thing is, the message that we're getting out here to our state reps and our state senators is just as important to get to your local level. That local level is going to start its way filtering up through the state. I'll tell you now, I've talked to people in Hartford, and as much as it's great and what everybody's doing, talking to their state reps and their state senators, you know, our town committee passed the Second Amendment proclamation, which, as Robin talked about in the beginning, we have probably 60 to 70% of our RTC has agreed to sign this. That scares the crap out of a lot of people, okay? You're talking about regular people just like us, not politicians, who are saying, this is not okay, and we're not gonna sit here and allow this to happen. So, that being the second thing, find out what's going on in your local level. Go to a Board of Education meeting and say, what have you done since this to protect my children? What's changed? And you're going to get a lot of people looking at each other. Luckily, hopefully, you'll get a real answer. So that's being the second thing. The third thing is continue to try to get a hold of the legislative aides and or the interns or secretaries in your state reps and state senator officers. If you don't know who they are, go to the State of Connecticut website. You can find out by putting your address and who your state rep and who your state senator is. Try to get an appointment. Do everything you can to try to get in front of your state reps. If you know they're going to be at a fundraiser, if you know they're going to be at a Walmart shaking hands, show up. Do everything you can to get FaceTime. Do everything you can to send emails. Keep track of your emails when you send them. Every time you make a phone call, keep track of it. Because as John said, it's working. You got to keep it up, especially this week when they come out with their legislative items out of the committee. It's imperative that we get a copy of that list out to everybody, and that is sent out to everybody you know. This is what they're doing right here. This is what they're saying. This is what they want to do. The more people we can inform, as you guys know, the better off we're going to be. So those are the 3 things we're going to focus on between this Saturday and next Saturday.